Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Galactic Civilizations for Supernova and our playthrough as the Iconian Refuge, where we have had a very successful war, claiming a little bit of more territory for us, which is going to expand. As you see, Umbraloon here actually has 51.1 culture, which is pretty good due to mostly all of our resources and some various other things. But that's going to expand and get all of these planets, which is going to make how quickly it expands happen even more quickly, which is great news. We didn't quite get as many of the resources as I would have liked, but in time. Right now, we need to prepare for the next step, which is finish off extreme miniaturization, keep researching military tech, build up this border a bit, and then see how we can get over to the Yor and retake our homeworld of Iconia. Let's send it forward and see what happens. We also need to get cultural influence technology to start searching for the orb of Dragonol. As members of the Cosmic Contaminant, we implore you to assist us in our conflict with the treacherous Eternal Clones Union. They're gonna pay me a bunch of money. That's a no, sir. We're okay on that front. Alright, Umbraloon, what have they done? They actually have some pretty good stuff here. We have a capital mainframe, which is next to the Giga Obelisk for extra research and manufacturing adjacency. It's making us a tidy bit of change here. That's not bad at all, but what do we want to do? I think we wanted a planetary generator right here. Could be very nice. Yes, let's do that. We are losing quite a lot of food, which is not good. This planet might become planet farming. Crime +3. Gross income and food. Farmer's not bad. If anybody has decent diligence of 3, yeah, I'll make you a farmer. And that helps our food situation a little bit. Farmers do have fairly high expectations, however. That sort of sucks. And every other citizen, maybe we could use some entertainers here. You guys are fairly social. Social 5. Let's make Mr. Social 5 an entertainer. Cool. So we get a 9% bonus to approval due to... Wow, what is the pollution on this planet? My guys. What do you have in orbit? A space conveyor. This takes energy to run. My guys, we have no energy. Let's kill the growth. Atmospheric cleanser. That does make us quite broke. We're going to have to sell off some stuff. We're rich again. Oh, we do have energy. We have the Dyson Sphere. We stole that. And we're still technically at war with the Phalanoids, so we might as well try to grab more. I thought we had pieced out, but unfortunately the game has said that we don't have that option anymore for whatever reason. We also have our next cultural progressum for collectivism. Are we up to Hive Mind already? Damn. Alright, so Hive Mind is going to give us 25% to intelligence, social diligence, and resolve of all of our citizens, plus it unlocks the post-sentience technology. So we will go ahead and unlock that. Absolutely amazing. I think we can probably take out shipyard stimulus and drop in something else like economic development, just to help out this bleed a little bit, or free media. I think also to help recover our relations. Back here, I don't think we ease off the pedal. We keep printing the military. Just give me a round of cruisers. Just about everywhere. They blew up my shipyard, you dirtbags. The Eternal Clones Union have been destroyed. Goodbye, Jane. This ship has better beam attacks. We'll give it Illyrium cells. Rebuild the shipyard. Then upgrade these things, please. That all seems fine. Supply ship, because this planet sucks. There's still a lot that we can do on this planet, but it sort of sucks for now. Yeah. And its people are pretty unhappy. Let's start converting you boys into workers. Now, we know there were some ships hanging out around the newly captured Umbraloon. I don't want them to siege it, however. Would like to get maybe a military down there. So let's pull a couple ships from New Iconia. Let's say 4 cruisers. Send them over here to group up with these boys. And then we'll send this as a sort of reinforcement defensive fleet to hold. And we're invading Dalnalton. We're just going to do a surface invasion. We might actually need this planet. 6 months is not too long to sit in orbit here, taking shots from just about everything. I don't see... Oh, they do have a military starbase. We should probably go after that. It was a solid round of hits. Extreme miniaturization, however, is finished. Let's choose a new tech. Stellar architecture is here. We already have a Dyson sphere though, but we might as well. It does give us access to the Ironside resonance emitter. Preventative maintenance. These are very good buildings. Let's go ahead and build it. Back on this world, I think we're just going to manufacture it up. Get a planetary conversion going there. This can all be research. Earn a little bit more control, turning you guys into workers. For the very slight boost to approval it will provide. Okay. Approval at 92. I'm feeling happy enough to go down to like +1 on our gold and leave this at 77. I'd be happy with that. Actually, it probably won't last. These cruisers are just going to keep blowing it up. But I would like if you could get out a troop transport from here. It would be incredible. Let's give you... Ooh, we have no more beams. Alright, we'll give you extended reinforced hulls and keep you surveying. Your flagship has discovered an abandoned research outpost in deep space. Plus 25 research. Thank you. Yeah, we're just going to keep losing ships here. I think we have to abort, clean up some of this mess, take over that military starbase. We could probably sit there and kill everything, but why risk it? Let's be clean. Be clean about this. We got another constructor. I believe that was to replace one that we lost over here. So let's go reclaim that. Retake the military starbase. Okay, they are sieging Ombraloon. It's going to take them a little while. We should be able to reinforce. Hey, you boys should get there in time. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. We should be in time to lift that siege, if only just barely. Their fleet has gone walkies. I don't know where it is. They're producing vigilant comets. That's like fighters. I don't really worry about that. It seems like all their boys have pulled out, so let's go ahead and retake the planet. Isa's shadow is on 21 HP. That's a bit spooky. But it's okay. Retake the planet. Invade once again. Might as well upgrade this. So we have fortification modules. The Xenon defenses. That's all good. The Terrans would like extreme miniaturization. They're going to give me not anything of worth. What techs do they have that I would be interested in? They'd have to give me all of their like beam tech, and I don't think they're going to do that. So let's just send it forward. Keep it moving. Tidy up this war. Secure the border. The corporate sector has built the Galactic Currency Reserve. Galactic Achievement. Good for you boys. Ivy is kind of there. We're kind of there with it. Ivy kind of sucks with it, but at least their people are happy. There's a planetary conversion there for some decent adjacency. Our flagship has discovered an artifact from an unknown long-gone civilization. We can command a warship. That'll get us a free cruiser. Yeah, I could take a free cruiser to replace the one we've lost. Another military starbase over here. So our cruiser here comes in with quite a lot of good stuff, actually. Gluon disintegrators, experimental plasma pods, furious Leviathan torpedoes, a shield generator, diamonic composite armor, E-webs, repair nanite clouds. Yeah, this is a pretty solid looking cruiser. I wonder if it just gives me like one of my generic cruiser models. Can we check? That's a Storm 29. There he is, Storm 29. Plus 4 Illyrium, 4 antimatter for this ship. Not bad at all. Not the worst class of cruiser. I need you guys to get there. You've got 14 moves. Yeah, you're going to get there. Beautiful. We'll just add this cruiser in to replace the one we lost. Yeah. Burn, planet. Burn. Our constructor here picking up our lost resources, so just become a starbase mining. We don't have modules. It looks like we do need modules, but for now at least we have those. There's a lot of architects coming on through. We're great admirers of your technological capabilities. Would you be willing to share extreme miniaturization? No. We do have some new tech though that is worth upgrading our ship designs. All right, let's liberate this planet. No casualties. Good try, good try. We do have a military starbase there. Culture starbase. I think we want to kill the military starbase. Or capture it. Capturing it probably better. Let's rebuild the shipyard. Get out a troop transport from here. Add it in. Capture that. Assuming that they're not dead yet. Let's upgrade our designs. Show ship designs. Give me the Reclaimer V1.1. And as usual, I'll just update you with what we turn this ship into. All right. Here's the Reclaimer version 1.2. We had a lot more space to play around with due to all of the component space and miniaturization and all that we got. So we are actually able to add quite a lot. We still have plasma pods. We've upgraded our missiles to Cerberus warheads, of which there's 4 for an attack of 39. There's the kinetics token railgun attack. We have our shield generator evasion as usual, but we have added point defense. Splashed a little bit as that costs us antimatter to put on, but it's very useful. It's anti-missile tech. Plus we have thulium alloy armor for a total armor rating of 30.5. It's a pretty good ship. Very expensive on the resources. Will cost us antimatter, of which we don't actually have any antimatter income, so that's the thing we are going to want to get a lock on. Plus thulium, which we do produce. But I think it's a very worthwhile ship. Big upgrade. It is a big upgrade. You know what we could potentially do is rush starbase modules, but we could also save up and do a draft civilian ship. This costs 100 control. It's going to take us a while to get there. Your flagship captain reports discovering a lost cargo container. Planetary defense module. Now we're going to sell that. Thank you. Have this beautiful tile here. We could put something like the surveillance center just for an extra +1 military adjacency. But I think we could find a better use for it. So we're at our max population here. Maybe we'll just do like a little housing something. There's a pair of cruisers here. I don't want them to cause us any mischief. So let's just kill them. And you guys are going to hang out near Umbraloon. Might as well land yourselves on the planet. Income's doing pretty good here. This world could use a little bit of growth, but we don't have the space in orbit. Okay, the Zolatzi are coming in. They would like extreme miniaturization, harmony crystals. They're willing to offer me cloaking devices and the Icaron warhead clusters. Extreme miniaturization is kind of scary to give up to the AI, but I think this is a no. It's a tempting offer, very tempting. And the AI can probably research that tech if they wanted in like one turn, but it's the principle of the thing. Alrighty, they're trying to siege my world again. This is a cruiser, some frigates, bombers, and some siege ships. They should actually... Oh no, that's going to take 5 months. We'll send out a hit squad from New Iconia. We already have a hit squad in place and a transport that's just sitting here doing nothing. What am I doing? These guys could be out here capturing stuff for us. Anyway, lift that siege. Like this antimatter mine right over here. Go get it. You guys will take up the defensive ivy. What am I doing? This is what happens. Sometimes you just lose track of things between gameplay sessions. Give me another Reclaimer 1.2 out of Umbraloon. Actually, we still want that, not a colonizer. We still want that troop transport. Something like this. Umbraloon has pretty good production if it can throw out 1.2s. I like it. Killing my shipyard again. Stop it! I should have parked all of these in the shipyard. I thought they were done with this nonsense. I thought they were done with it. That's my bad. Within a derelict capsule adrift among the stars, we find a curious sight, a colony of snugglers. I'd like to bring them on board. Just having snugglers in your colony gives you an approval boost. Even one. Just owning them. Science seems to have dipped a fair amount. We'll want to look into that. No way to tell where this base is. There she is. Let's go ahead and take it away. That's my antimatter mine. If we're lucky, it's been upgraded with like tech pods and shit. It has. Hell yeah. Good job, Phalanoids. There'll be a nice Prometheon mine over here. Wouldn't mind having that online. Double Durantium maybe worth going after. More antimatter worth going after. An economic relic. There's our very first 1.2 rolling out of the shipyard. Let's go ahead and land it over here. Your biography has shed light on your pacifist principles. This resonates deeply with us. Peace is the truth. Your flagship captain reports the discovery of a lost cargo container floating in the void of space. As your crew investigates, they find a peculiar device inside, the summon leader module. This will summon your leader? I don't think so. I don't think so. We are going to pressure the scientists every chance we get. This world is now ours. The Phalanoid capital has shifted to this crappy planet, which is great news. You can have that. Anytime you would like to have peace, go ahead and ask us for it. Otherwise, we're just going to continue to grab as much of this territory as possible. I didn't need that shipyard anyway. That's looking a lot better. Everything is going to flip to us, and the Phalanoids will be out of the game. That's a culture starbase, an economic starbase. We grabbed the military. There is another military over here. A double antimatter that we're going to want to go after. But first, let's step on these guys. Retake this because it'll be a nightmare for our opponents. Light casualties. Do it. Fine with me. Let's find this antimatter. You guys, what else can you take from them? Go over here, grab that double Durantium. Keep the 1.2s coming. Although, let's finally get out the troop transport that we've been wanting. Let's make sure this shipyard doesn't die again. Ship has too many... What? Another bug? I couldn't add my fleet of less than 60 into here, which can hold 60 ships. But I can add them in 1 or 2 at a time, and that's fine. Whatever. Stellar architecture will be along in 6 months. Then we can make our own Dyson spheres, which we may very well do. Let's see what we're doing here. Lots of research back on New Iconia. I actually think until we get stellar architecture, we're fine to just aid research. That'll be absolutely okay. We do have this coordination beacon. We don't really need it too much. We're not doing too bad on income here, so let's drop down some economic tiles. I think this is the first time I've built an orbital academy, but ships coming off of this ship line are going to have 50% more HP, and that's actually really good. There's our mining base to pick up 2 more antimatter. Lovely. Go down here. Okay. We need a volunteer. Anybody particularly hates our culture? There are other species here. Are there? There is. A Zolotzi. What are you doing here, Zolotzi? Well, it'll make everybody a little bit more happy if you were to just go bye-bye. So go bye-bye. Bye-bye. Excellent. That's the transport that we wanted for this fleet to start capturing things for us. Get me that military starbase. Light casualties, don't care. Might as well grab that mining. Why not pick up the economic starbase? Might as well grab this culture. We'll just have it all. We'll just take everything. Produce some modules for us because we're going to need them in all likelihood on that planet. Umbraloon. Umbraloon. Upgrade your finances. A lot of income coming out of this planet. We're still going to build up the military. I don't think we're going to stop. The Zolotzi are demanding that we pay them due to pests originating from my homeworld. That's not our problem, lady. Sorry. That sounds like a you problem. Now, if we have a look, 8% in rebellion over here, 10% in rebellion. Their homeworld is 2% in rebellion. It will take a while for that to flip over to me, and I'm absolutely okay with it. Is there the possibility of peace? I would very much like. We can't even speak to these guys. We are in a permanent war. I don't know how we ended up in this permanent war. I think we started like a war under false pretenses that it was just going to be a small war. We told them no too many times, and then they were just like, all right, screw it, to the death then. So that's fine with me. It does mean we're going to have a massive diplomacy penalty for the most part for a very, very long time. Plus, we're going to be dealing with happiness issues unless we decide to boot them out of the game much more quickly. But we have another collectivism perk. We can go back and pick up independence, which may actually have value for us, or consensus, which will actually lower all of our expectations. And we actually have citizens with the collectivism trait now, so we'll get a bonus out of that. I think we go back when we pick up consensus. That'll help with approval a lot by reducing everybody's expectations by 50%. Very, very good. Your flagship captain reports discovering a lost cargo container. We got a robotic star drone. It's not that great. Just give me the 100 bucks. Thank you. No casualties. Taking over this military starbase. It's good. What other things can we strip? There's more antimatter over this way to be had. So let's have it. Give me your Durantia mines. Give me everything. Everything. It's all forfeit. All forfeit. Can we fight this? Oh, that belongs to the Solazzi, of course. The Solazzi just fly around grabbing all of these dreadnoughts and they just leave them there. I think this fleet has some work to do over this way. Might as well pick up these planets while we're here. They're killing my shipyard again. Umberloon. The moment we step out, they just fly in. Maybe we should squish. Maybe we should just squish them. Take this fleet and squish them. They're going to be running out of ships soon. That's okay. We'll rebuild one fleet, one ship out of this, and we can go over here and destroy their shipyard and just keep them pinned in. They will beg us for peace. They probably won't. They probably won't. This is about as good as this planet's ever going to get. We might as well drop another manufacturing district down here and just chill on that. Your flagship has come across ancient plans for semi-sentient AI. We will reduce crime on all of our worlds by 5%. We will siege their planets over here. We annex the planet from the Phalanoids. 2 planets, in fact. That would have been these 2 boys over here. So those are mine now. Umberloon, you're amazing. You're just a great planet. Do some of this action. Are you happy yet? They're not really happy. Maybe we should take away some of these tiles and throw in some entertainment districts. Might not be a bad idea. We don't need that much manufacturing tiles. Plus, it's a bunch of pollution. It's like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 pollution just here in manufacturing districts, where most of the manufacturing is coming from this. These are only +2, +3 tiles. It's not that. I mean, it helps. Don't get me wrong. These things are giving us +12, +15% per tile. Our manufacturing. It's a tough call. I'll stew on it for a bit. We will print 1.2s until such time as we run out of the resources. All right, there is stellar architecture finally allowing us to build some things and Dyson spheres and what have you. Now we do want cultural influence that allows us to do galactic challenges, and we would very much like to find the Orb of Dragonol. Finally, perhaps, maybe if we can make that happen, that would just be great. Let's have you just run some economic stuff. This planet's more or less done for the moment until we get some better things to build. Pollution here is pretty brutal. People still not as happy as I would like them to be. So let's see if we can get them to be forcibly happy. 65. Yeah, we've got lots of space on this planet, so why not just throw up a nice triangle somewhere? Where would the best place be? Probably tucked away in this corner. We can use these adjacency to approval and wealth to maybe do something here. Let's just leave that cooking for a bit. Excellent. There's our stellar architect. We do have a white star. We can build a Dyson sphere around. That's exactly what we're going to do. We may need another Dyson sphere, but I think we're okay. Speaking of, let's head back over to New Iconia, where we can actually build some of these cool things, like the iron resonance emitter. This is going to give us all of our shields like 10% extra evasion, 10% extra shields, 10% extra armor, plus 15% to our military, which is really good. Or we could go in for... This gives plus 5 levels to military adjacency. Plus 5. I think this research is going to go, even though it's giving a +1 to Razars and the tech capital, having a plus 5, hitting that starport, which is already a plus 10, would be really good. I mean, a preventative maintenance is extremely good. Plus 2 minerals, tech, wealth, plus minus 15 maintenance. Not that maintenance is a problem for us. I do think we will throw this up. It gives plus 3 to manufacturing, so maybe like right there is fine. Ditch that. Put in preventative maintenance. Now, this will take a while to finish, but it will be worth it. The Altarian Republic have approached your governor with a unique offer. They were willing to share a codex of universal truths in exchange for some ancient relics. We can accept this for influence growth. Yeah, sure. We accept. That's the first time I've seen that one, I think. Oh, mass mobilization is only 30. That's good. We're going to do a goodwill tour, as I'm a little bit concerned about our relations across the globe due to this extended war across the universe. We really do want to go to war with the Yor. Let's see if they're fighting anybody or who they're at war with. Seems like they're not at war with anybody. The Zolotzi are fighting the Liberators. I'm surprised they haven't. And the Korath. I think they've been in this war for a long time. It seems like a fairly even battle. But what we're looking for is to see who we can take planets away from here. Looks like the Altarians are actually in a war. You know what we need to do? Let's come back over here. Where do we have a free shipyard? Let's do it here. Let's do it here. Once you get your warship, give me a constructor so that we can build our military starbase over here, giving us access to this, and see if maybe we can go to war, go to assist the Altarians. Who are they at war with? The Cosmic Contaminant. Wouldn't you know? The Cosmic Contaminants are adjacent to the Yor. So if we get involved in this war, assuming we can reach the Cosmic Contaminant, they have 31 and 36 when it comes to ships. The Altarians are losing. Let's trade with the Altarians. They aren't willing to give us a lot, but let's give them fleet resupply and extreme miniaturization. They still have some amount of ships, some cruisers. I can give them ships. Maybe that's unnecessary. But alright, we're gonna give them extreme miniaturization and fleet resupply doctrine. Maybe and interstellar resupply doctrine. Maybe that's going to help them in this fight. Because ideally, I need this war to go on long enough for me to be able to get the ship range to make it. We can maybe stop off and take this planet before it rebels, and then use this as sort of a springboard to get in. I mean, this is all assuming that we can even fight the Cosmic Contaminant. They've got some pretty hefty weaponry. Looks like a lot of kinetics. They've got 2 shield generators. No armor, though. Perhaps. Perhaps. The Yor are spreading. We really do want to get this going. You know, I will take this fleet once we're finished, top it off with some ships, and send it through. The Phalanoids are basically done for, so give me 1.1s. Start back up military production here, please. But I think that's where we're going to end this episode. The Phalanoids are done. We have a look. They probably have like nothing. They got nothing. They got nothing left. Their last core world is succumbing to my influence slowly but surely. We're stripping them of all of their resources, which is great. And we're casually just taking away planets. But the time has come to advance the cause. We need a way into this sector, a way of spreading our ship range. Can we see what our ship range currently is? That is the limit of our ship range. But once we have a starbase or something down over here, we should now then be able to strike out at least a little bit further, and that's going to happen in the next couple turns. Where are you boys going? Oh, we're going to get a military starbase right here. Not, sorry, a mining starbase. That's still really good. Quick battle that out. And that alone increases our range to here, which means plan is a go. We still need a couple cruisers in this fleet. Top it off before we send it through. And I would like those to be version 1.2s. We got a bunch of 1s in here. It's not the most teched up fleet ever. Give me these 2. Set sail to there. Gonna take them a long time to cross that distance. I do wish we had something else to add in there, but there's no need to rush. No need to rush. We are making ourselves strong on the back of this. So this entire sector is ours and will be ours. We have a way to maybe get a planet here. skip over and take a fight with the Cosmic Contaminant. That puts us adjacent to the Yor, and then we can go home, baby. We can go home. The Yor will be no pushover. Their ships are pretty formidable. Looks like they are favoring beam attacks. Well shielded. They're slightly armored. Yeah, this would be a hard fight, but by the time that fight comes, we have all of this space. And we will have hopefully consolidated our army. We need to watch out from like back attacks from coming from this way. So maybe we want a couple constructors over here, a couple military star bases to defend a little bit, a light garrison perhaps. On the prestige track, the Drengen Empire are now currently top dogs, but we're very, very close behind. Plus, we're going to have cultural influence, so we'll start doing the galactic challenges. Hopefully, Drengens have a huge swath of space. I'm going to assume they're fighting the Terrans. Yes, indeed. I'm going to also assume the Terrans are losing. 619, 4450. Yeah, Terrans, you're kind of dunzos, mate. Yeah, all of their worlds are falling. He has such a friendly, kind face, though. Let's try to help him out. Trade. I'll give you everything. I'll give you everything. I don't want you to lose this war, but I do need you to sort of like tit for tat me here. Tit for tat me. Give me like pulse cannons, coil accelerators, some of this shit. He has the knowledge of alliances, which is interesting. Oh, we're so close. We're so close. You know, I think you want some Diplo Capital. Last I heard, you really like Diplo Capital, right? No? Oh, we're so close. What about 70? Come on, man. Work with me here. 90, final offer. Oh my god. You're gonna make me go all in? We're all in? Let's trade. Alright, we're gonna give him a lot of great tech. He's probably just gonna lose anyway, but he is going to advance our kinetic program quite a ways. A +4 and 40% to our kinetics, plus all of the extra weapons that go along with it. It's pretty good. And I mean, he's probably gonna still lose anyway. But that's the best I could do for you, Terrans. Good luck. And that's where we end this episode. Thank you all very much for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying the series. Remember to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below and we will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.